What's going on, guys? Welcome to your Patreon exclusive preview, and for the full interview make sure you scroll down into the description, slap that link and become a patron and support, man. And listen, I appreciate all of you, innit? There's plenty more of these bad boys to come, so yeah, it's gonna be emotional. Make sure you do that. Alright, what's going on, people? Man's here with, well, you don't really need no introduction, innit? But it's one of them ones. Like DB, what you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. You all good?
Yeah, boy. What's been going on anyway, bro? I see you've been busy, man.
Yeah, just obviously trying to stay active, still doing the media stuff, doing the radio, talk sport, talking about different situations. Obviously, it's a bit of a tough time for everyone concerned at the minute. I'm to cover that subject as well, what's going on in America.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's now transpired over here. You know, people are protesting over here. So listen, hopefully, we're starting to see signs of everyone coming together. We're starting to move forward, and we're now seeing on the pitch certain players now finally standing together. You know, I mean, not making it about them and us, all coming together and trying to beat this.
Yeah. With that, we saw that Jaden got booked the other day. Yeah. Did you think that was a bit mad? For me, I feel like sometimes man just needs to use their common sense, bro. Like I didn't understand. I didn't understand why the ref would even put himself in that position. Obviously, you know, yeah, that the rules are the rules and that. But I don't think anyone would have been annoyed at the referee for not booking him.
Yeah, potentially. But the only thing about that is with referees is that obviously they've got a job to do. And listen, I get it. Like common sense and just for like doing the morally the right thing, don't book him because of what he's doing. But we've seen before, and it's unfortunate, we've seen people that say their fathers have passed away and they've pulled their top up, or they've got family relatives that they've passed away, they've pulled their top up and then celebrated when they scored, and they've had to get booked. So do you know what I mean? I can understand from the referee's point of view where he's like, well, I shouldn't, but at the end of the day, the referee can only do his job. And to be fair, I've heard in the past of referees not doing it and getting punished by the referee association. So it's a tough one. But listen, like you'd like to think that he wouldn't have got, like, he's not going to get remanded. He's not going to get in trouble by the Bundesliga or anything like that, because obviously it's such a powerful message.
Yeah, it was a strange one for me. Obviously, as I said, they have got a job to do. I didn't know that referees get punished, but I did read.
Yeah, sometimes.
I didn't know if it was 100% accurate, but I did read somewhere that the reason why they started booking people was because sponsors were getting annoyed, bro. When people scored and celebrated, that the shirts were getting taken off. Do you know what I mean? So I heard it was a money thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how accurate it is.
You know, that is a little bit accurate as well. But I think what it was as well is because, listen, majority of Premier League footballers have got boot sponsorship deals. So if you're sponsored by Nike and your kit's Adidas, and then you take off your shirt and reveal a message, whatever it is, and you've got the Nike logo, you're not really helping Adidas, your team sponsor. Do you know what I mean? And it's even like when I used to play at times, and I'd wear my boot, my sponsored by Nike at the time, and I'd be warming up, and I was at Derby, for instance, and that was sponsored by Umbro, and I'd go up and warm up in the cold weather wearing my Nike gloves. So obviously you'd see, and sometimes I'd play in the games with Nike gloves, and they'd be like, well, hold on a second here, like we're sponsoring the team, they should be Umbro, not Nike. Do you know what I mean? So it's guidelines more than anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you're right, a lot of it has got to do with sponsorship and money.
Fair, yeah, because I wasn't quite sure. I was thinking, yeah, that's a bit mad, bro.
Because you know, Pogba was sponsored by Adidas, isn't he?
Yeah.
Can you imagine Pogba wearing Nike gloves? Like someone of his stature wearing Nike gloves.
Yeah, United is sponsored by Adidas as well, so it helps. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it helps massively. But if you're Real Madrid and you got Cristiano Ronaldo there, that's like one of the faces of Nike, then it's all. I get it, innit? Like it's tense, brother. And that's why you hear talk of, like, for instance, certain teams like Adidas saying that I want my star player, like, I don't want Messi wearing a Nike kit. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can't really want that. Do you know what I mean? There were talks of like brands like that actually encouraging players to play for a team that they sponsored and stuff like that. So I wouldn't even be surprised.
It wouldn't surprise me, because you're right. Because I think Juventus are Juventus Nike or Adidas?
I think they are. I think they might be Nike now, but I know
they were Adidas. But if they're Nike now, then listen, that helps Cristiano, because obviously he's the face of Nike.
Yeah, it's true. Like, I'm gonna check that actually, because that's interesting. Like, but yeah, they always do that. No, they're Adidas now. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's mad, because I heard, like, even with the Gareth Bale thing, Like there were talks of like Adidas financing a move for Gareth Bale to come to United at one point because they were like, you know what, it's an Adidas brand anyway, so we don't mind if he goes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure these things happen.
Of course they do. They must do. But you'd be happy with that. Gareth Bale, you take that.
Listen, I would have taken Gareth Bale, like a couple seasons ago, innit? People talk about the injuries and all that, but to be completely honest, like, he's just so good, yeah. And let's get onto him anyway because you played with him.
Yeah.
He's so good, yeah, that it's kind of like, I don't care. And not only that, his personality, he's just got like this nonchalance about him that I just like, innit? Some people don't like it, but I love it, innit? Like, he's proper divisive, but people think he's like arrogant and that, but I just think he's just a proper joker. Like,
I don't think he's arrogant. Like, knowing him when I played with him, he was young. He was a young kid then, so a lot's changed since then. But no, I wouldn't say he's arrogant. But listen, you got to think about the guy. He's a superstar. He broke the world record when he went to Real Madrid from Spurs. And people always forget as well that he was good in England. But remember, he won two PFA Player of the Years, which is mad. There's only a handful of people that have done that. So he managed to do that. He's won like 4 Champions Leagues. He's won La Liga. He's won cup competitions. And for him to get the kind of disrespect that he gets from Real Madrid fans, for me, it's totally unacceptable. Because for somebody if you win 4 Champions League, in this country, we'd idolise someone. If someone won 2 Champions Leagues for Manchester United, for instance, they'd go down in the history books. It'd be like German, one of the greats. You talk about a guy that's won 4 in 4 and 5 years or something crazy like that.
Oh, didn't it? Yeah.
And for him to get the disrespect, I mean, I would love to see him before the very end come back to the Premier League when he's still got gas in his tank. I don't want him to come back and he'd be like, play here, break down with injuries, and we kind of forget the Gareth Bale that we all see before. But I want him to come back maybe in the summer or the next summer where he's got plenty more to give and have maybe 2 good 3 years where he's really at it, back to full sharpness, back to full fitness, and then we can remember what of a legend he is.
Yeah, and playing with Gareth Bale, I don't know what it was like for you, but for us fans, it just seemed like one day he was this left back, and the next minute he was just retiring Mycon blood, like overnight. I feel like Gareth Bale just like overnight was turned into a superstar. Like, was it like that? Be like playing with him as well? Was it like 1 minute he was like cool, he's good, and then it was like rod, like man's licking shots in the top corner out of nowhere?
Do you know what it was? It was like when he came, because he sat in the same window as me. You could see the potential was there. Like, you could see it. Like, he was quick. His technique was brilliant. Like, his delivery and his free kicks were second to none. He was outrageous. But it was just a little bit weak, and we didn't quite know where to play him, left back or left wing. So someone kind of said, I think his best position is like left wing back, which is like a mix between the two. So, but he always had this annoying knack where he could dribble with the ball, and you know that he's left-footed. You know he's going to push it down the line. So you think, well, and I know he's going that way. He'd still do it and still get there because of his speed.
Yeah.
But I remember, obviously, I after 2 years I left, and I remember him just coming back, and he was just an animal. And I remember thinking, like, wow, what has he been doing over the summer? But I do think that, because I was there at Spurs when Harry Redknapp wanted to get rid of him. He wanted to send him back to Nottingham Forest on loan. Like, people forget that, but he wanted to get rid of him. And I think obviously they had injury after injuries, and I think he played a couple of games, played well, and then as you just said there, the Inter Milan game come up about, and I think that gave him that self-belief that I've just got a hat-trick in the San Siro. I've just destroyed one of the best the best right backs that's out there. Like, I know I'm that good, and he just went from strength to strength.
Yeah, that was mad because it just felt like we saw him like left back. Like, I just remember Gareth Bale was taking throw-ins and that.
Yeah.
I just know Gareth Bale was the guy that then he was just slapping shots in the top corner. Like, he ruined Mycon's career. He literally retired, man. Like,
that's what you call about self-belief. Even though at the very, very start, he had that record where he was at Spurs and he didn't win a game for, was it like 2 years or something? Every time he started, Spurs lost, and that kind of stuck with him. But listen, he obviously believed in his ability, knew how good he was, and he knew it was just a case of, some people develop later than others, that he just needed to put it all together. And once he did that, the rest is history.
I was saying that he was bad luck, innit, at that point, saying that they couldn't win with him.
Well, I think the fans were on his case. I think the manager was on his case, and I think as an individual as well, it would weigh on your mind. I don't care what some people say. Like, people from the outside would be like, "Nah, you just get on with it and deal with it." But no, when you keep losing and losing, you start to question yourself. Like, well, am I jinx? I think what's going wrong? Do you know what I mean? But as I said, he had that much self-belief that he knew how good he was. But as I said, to win 4 Champions League and do what he did, not only for Wales, but I mean, at Spurs and Real Madrid, that listen, he's had what a career he's had.
Yeah, for real. And yeah, speaking of self-belief, yeah, what I always wanted to ask you, bro. Like, you had a season where you finished top English scorer in the Prem, 18 goals. I think it was 05, 06, yeah?
Yeah.
That's the season leading up to the World Cup. And then you're smashing in goals, bro. And then I think they brought Theo instead of you, didn't they?
They did, yeah. It was
where you were like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go play for Wakanda or something, blood. Like, this is mad, fam. Like, honestly, I can't imagine, yeah, I know how I would have dealt with it. Like, I would have been blacklisted. You know what I mean? But
well, is because that season there, I went to Charlton, obviously, and I'd signed in at the start of that season for Ipswich, and I knew there was a World Cup at the end of the year. But when I signed for Charlton, obviously, I'm first and foremost, I'm thinking in my head, right, I need to establish myself in the Premier League. Like, I had a little like flirt with it when I was at Ipswich Town, but obviously they got relegated and I was in the Championship. So at the start of that season, I'm not even thinking about England, nothing. I'm thinking about there's Owen, there's Crouch, there's Defoe, there's all these other strikers that are going to be ahead of me. So I said, you know what? It didn't even cross my mind. I was in the under-21 setup, but it didn't even cross my mind. Obviously, Rooney as well. I can't forget him. He was ahead of me. So it didn't even cross my mind. So after my first game for Charlton, I scored 2 against Sunderland away. I get in the squad after 1 game. So obviously, Sven calls me up. I really like what he did against Sunderland. So I'm going to put you in the squad. I'm in all the squads all season, leading up to that point. So in my head, I'm thinking, I'm in with a shout here. I must be in with a chance. I'm scoring more goals than anyone else. The only guys that are scoring more than me this season were Van Nistelrooy and Thierry Henry.